Okay, listen, don't fall for this Democrats don't care if people starve line the Republicans are trying to sell you on right now to put pressure on the Democrats to vote to reopen the government without getting the concessions they need to protect our healthcare. When SNAP benefits stop being paid on November 1st and 42 million Americans go hungry, that is 100% on the president and his party. Why? Well, because one, the big beautiful bill already included massive cuts to SNAP benefits. So the Republicans clearly don't care about this program or feeding hungry people. And two, the government doesn't need to be open to keep SNAP benefits going because we have a $5 billion reserve specifically allocated for things like SNAP benefits. So they don't lapse, even during a government shutdown. But the Trump administration is not going to use that reserve, which makes Trump the very first president in U.S. history to deny food to his citizens. Finally, to add insult to injury, they want to make sure no one knows how hungry people are, which is why the Trump administration just canceled the annual hunger survey, a survey that has been measuring food insecurity since the mid-1990s. But the administration says, we don't need that anymore. And before you get all into my comments and tell me that people should just get a job and stop waiting for handouts, 43% of the people on SNAP are children. 11% of those are under 5 years old. 21% of the people on SNAP are seniors or disabled or their caregivers. SNAP, as they say, is a lifeline, not a lifestyle. The average person on SNAP gets about $187 a month. That's $6 a day, $1.40 a meal. Now, America apparently has $40 billion to prop up Argentina and $300 million for a shiny new ballroom and lots of money to give Kristi Noem planes, but helping starving American children? No. The Trump government is putting all their time and energy into making you mad at poor people who don't have enough money to live while most of them are working full time, rather than being mad at the companies whose full-time employees aren't paid enough to afford food. If people don't get their SNAP benefits or their government paychecks and they end up in breadlines or at food banks, it is the Republican government you can thank for that. They have the money for SNAP. They could open the government tomorrow, but they are choosing to make people suffer, to make their political rivals, the party fighting for American healthcare protections, look bad. If this government really wants to spare people pain, if they truly want to prove they aren't just playing politics with people's lives, then they should use the SNAP contingency funds immediately to make sure people are fed. That is what they need to do. That's not a choice the Democrats can make. That is only a choice the Republicans who are in charge of the government can make. These are the facts. So I want you to call your reps. Call them and tell them you want SNAP funded with the money they have available right now. Or better yet, tell them to fund SNAP and negotiate to protect our healthcare, to reopen the government. And finally, maybe tell them to stop demonizing personal welfare when we pay so much corporate welfare. Because there is absolutely no reason a billion-dollar company like Walmart, who refuses to pay a living wage, should be subsidized by the American taxpayer because their employees can't afford food. Isn't that the real problem? Here is the number, 202-224-3121. Stand up for the people and don't fall for the propaganda.